From the Accu-Stats Arena at the Caesars, Southern Indiana, we'd like to welcome everybody to the 2022 Derby City Classic and the All-Around Pocket Billiards Championship. Thank you. Pool's most exciting event without a doubt, and it's brought to you by Diamond Billiard Products, by Simonis Cloth and Aramuth Billiard Balls. We'd also like to thank our associate sponsors, OBQs, Master Chalk, and Outsville for their contributions, and our tireless direction team from Bad Boys Billiards Production. Thank you very much for what you've done. Our 12th year here at the Caesars Southern Indiana, and they have been great hosts, and we thank them very much once again. And we thank, of course, each and every one of you, whether you're watching at home or you're here ringside. We appreciate what you've done to make this the greatest pool tournament in the world. Thank you all very much. Okay, let's get right to it. One pocket. We began with 457 players. There are roughly 50-odd players left. This is round 6. Let's get underway with player introductions. And introducing first from Toronto, certainly no stranger to Derby City. As a matter of fact, he holds an unprecedented record here. Nobody else in the history of this event has ever held all 3 division titles and a master of the table all around. This gentleman has done it. He's also a 2019 inductee into the Billiard Congress of America Hall of Fame. Sponsored by Lomax Cues and Pouillat Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, he might be the smallest man, but he's got the biggest heart. It's the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. His opponent from Oklahoma, playing in his umpteenth Derby City Classic, sponsored by Mike Durbin Cues. Please welcome John Gabriel. Thank guys. Go ahead and lag for the break if you would. Race to 3. Rack your own, 60-second shot clock and cue ball fouls only. We're going to send it upstairs to the comm box to Mark Wilson and Double J. Jeremy Jones, take it away.
Welcome again, pool fans. I'm Mark Wilson, and alongside me is Jeremy Jones, and we are both excited to see what takes place in this match. Welcome, Jeremy, and tell us something about John Gabriel's game.
Well, there's a good look at John, and super talented player from a young age. As long as I've known John, he's had just a powerful stroke, straight stroke. A very keen mind for the game as well. Plays a lot of games well. Kind of mimicked his game after a hero, I think, Dave Matlock, and then kind of turned it into his own game. And amongst all these players, John's one of those guys that if played full time, like Alex knows how talented John is. All of us know John Gabriel for a long time. He's a guy that plays seasonally, because of his work and his service there in Oklahoma. But he's some player, and he's got a lot of offense, Mark. And not only a great touch, but he's going to give Alex all he wants here, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won this match.
Alex did not hit the head ball heavy enough, or maybe mostly onto the second ball, and kind of split him open. He's a little bit fortunate that it didn't turn out worse than this. He did get the one ball in front of his pocket.
Yeah, I may concede this one to get the cue ball somewhere nice. This is a touchy shot. And the only reason being that was nice.
Wow, good shot. Good opening shot there.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have wanted to let him see the 15 so much. But the good thing is he kicked the one away. So there's a lot of value there. I commented to you that, I feel like we're going to have a longer match than we've had so far here in the main table on the one pocket. We've had some kind of quick ones overall.
Alex did a good job of getting the cue ball wedged up on the 3. I don't think he can see the 15 ball.
No, can you say perfect, really, on that cue ball placement by Alex. But few things, as Alex gets along in this tournament, he's done so well because he really battens down the hatches. He really, and so one thing, he's playing a very scary player here in John Gabriel, so I think that's going to make him play a little snugger. And, he miscued it, sound like. And Alex had a real tough match, trailing 2-0 in his last round versus Blaine Barkus, another really fine player from the Houston area. So I think that's kind of a reminder a little bit when you get away with one of those in a sense, and he came back and won it, you know, that kind of will settle you and kind of direct your mind a little more on how to play.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Alex is going after the 13 ball and just let the cue ball come straight on across the table.
Key to this is don't let up on it. You make it a lot and your cue ball is going to be just fine. Don't baby it. Yeah, shoot it just like that. Now, he missed it.
Oh, he missed it on the thin side. Now he's chipped the 14 out there, and this is just the kind of opening the left-handed stroking John Gabriel was looking forward to.
I think I try to get on the 4-3 right here more than just the 3. I think, anyways, if the combo's not going to get messed up by shooting the 4-3, if I can shoot this with a little speed and make sure the 15-4 don't get kind of clogged up together. And the only reason I say that, you know, it could be a little tricky. All right, here we go. That's a nice shot. A lot easier to get position on like the 7 or the 12 if the 4 is not there. You know what I mean, Mark?
Yeah.
Or use the 4 to get on it right now. It's kind of up to him.
Looks like he got a pretty nice spot here. Get on the draw straight back.
Yeah, and John banks the ball really well also, so he'll have to make some decisions at times to where, do I settle for the bank or do I try and really move the cue ball? Great stroke, though. Powerful stroke. Oh, this is going to be, oh, I thought he was going to carry across, and now he's got to really be careful because you know who the guy is shooting behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, and his opponent is not just favored over John Gabriel. He's favored over anybody else that comes up here, too, or at least he's equal.
Yeah, I'd say him and Shohan probably the two maybe on paper favorites for the tournament. I mean, I think Shane's right there. You know, it seems that Filler's getting better every minute at the game of one pocket. Okay, so he's trying to get this cue ball back. I would probably ticky the 7 because the cue ball's so important and try to go to the rail. Maybe bank the 7 up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's worth it to mildly bank the 7 up towards the stack and go to the side rail and try and die the cue ball behind the 1 a little bit.
Well, this is awkward as could be, and here yet another left-hander using the bridge with their right-hander.
Well, if I recall,
right-handed.
yeah, John plays golf right-handed as well. I played golf with him years and years ago. Now he's given up a bit of a bank on the 8 maybe. I don't think it really goes, but I think Alex wants to get him up in the corner somehow. Here you chip the 8 maybe, Mark. Going to the corner, knowing it's very difficult for John to do much. And then when you chip the 8, you're probably going to open up the 13 or the 8 for a shot here in a moment.
Right.
So, I like going to the corner here myself. Yeah, where he just pointed the cue. Now, one neat shot, right? You could 2-rail the 1 like at the 11 with low right and swing the cue ball to the corner as well. See that shot? Like with low right, and he's going to 2-rail the 2. This shot plays nice on this table. It straightens out pretty decent.
It's a nice result.
Pretty good. And mainly just keeping John on his toes, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
making sure if he makes any little mistake, John's going to kick lightly at the 1, it looks like. Probably the best shot between the 9 and 12 with a little left spin. I think that's what he was looking at. He can play off the 8. It does open up the 13, so you got to be aware where the 8's going. And he can cue the ball a little bit, so Alex not afraid to jack up and kind of stun this 13, you know. Can you see all the 8, Mark? Doesn't appear so, huh? Looks like the 12's got him cut off.
Yeah, I don't think he can.
Look at this. He's twisting this going between the 9, 10. So all cue ball here. Maybe the 7 goes off the 2. Oh, he went off.
Good effort. Good effort, though. Totally protected the cue ball.
Yeah.
And took a chance to really develop something great towards his pocket.
Yeah, John's got to be super careful, of course. Nothing lays great to really send the cue ball down by the 1. Can he come off the 9 and go between the 12-2 with a high ball? It looks like to me that's the shot. Go to the side rail and dive behind the 1.
He's wanting to be more aggressive, I think.
Yeah, but you better know where these are going. Wow, what a nice cue ball. Super shot. Well, he's got to test him here, doesn't he? I mean, you got to roll on the 13. You're not going to bank it all the way down. You're just going to roll the 13 heavy, get it up by the side, and let the cue ball go right to where that piece of master chalk is, right on the end rail, and let John go ahead and shoot from there. Yeah, see how he hit it way thin. Yeah. See here, in that position, okay, if you go to the middle of the end rail, you just got to realize John's never shooting the 10, and that's a more treacherous spot to put the cue ball for John to defend. Still not bad, though. What's he doing here, Mark? Oh, he's shooting the 12 away. Wow, what about the strike, the 10 ball? Oh, he went forward.
Boy.
Yeah, but if this
Good
gets
job.
on the end rail, he gets a free shot at the 8. See, that's where those kinds of shots right there, you have to have a lot of command on them, right?
Yeah.
In John's defense, I think he just wanted to get that ball around on his side, you know, kind of guarding this bank, right? I don't think he was really trying to put that at, like, really near the pocket. Yeah, he's overdone it. And, you know, Alex's career, he's always had a little movement sometimes, even when he's in stroke. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
But that was quite a bit of movement there.
I agree. The other part of it was he was emphasizing cue ball position, and I think that contributed to him overcutting that bank a little bit, too. He wanted to make sure he got that cue ball all the way over.
Now, one thing, right, is that John is a real savvy and experienced player and understands that playing the game is how you defend against Alex the most. Like, you can't be afraid to leave him a little edge of the 2 right there. He did the right shot, absolutely, trying to get himself, keep himself in this game, even with that little lead. Well,
Quality shot there.
yeah, he's laid this down beautifully. I don't think he can see anything to ticky behind the 1. Not only that, he's left him really awkward on the 8. Meaning, even if he wants to, like, hit the left side, he's got to make the cue ball travel a long ways off the left side of the 8 to get safe. You know what I mean? It's not like a real easy short distance movement. So he's going to go rail first. Beautiful speed. Really nice speed there. And if you understand that cutting off the cue ball means more than the angle sometimes, meaning not letting Alex be able to hit the bottom of the cue ball. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
he takes some of his tools away.
Yeah, you cut them guys in half pretty much when you take away the cue ball. Okay, I don't know what he's really looking at here as far as down table. I kind of like doing something with the 8 myself. Again, challenging John on the 10. I like putting the 8 in like the middle of the table here. Oh, he's going for a shot to make this. This is,
You see, rattled the pocket. Cue ball got away from him.
Yeah,
and
this is, he was trying to go 3 rails and kind of forcing it a little bit.
Maybe tried to do a little too much with that ball.
I totally agree, and surprising because Alex should know that 4-0 is not that big of a lead with all the balls down there. So John in a great spot here to get the first game. Did he get anything? This is questionable. I don't think he did, so Alex is going to be able to breathe for a moment, and John's in a dangerous spot still. Whew, man. I think I like banking the 13 towards the side and following through behind the pack of balls with a 5-0 lead. Really like taking care of the cue ball here. I guess banking the, yeah, I think that's the shot. Yeah, try and hide the 13, really.
No, I can see the 13, so.
Yeah. We'll see what he wants to do with it. He could get a little creative off it if he wanted. If he wanted, he could take a little chance here trying to chop the top side of the 13, going 3 rails with the cue ball behind the 12, and just let the 13 come across. Now, does Alex have any? He does not, right? Because what if he went 3 rails and scratched? It's not really even giving up that much. He's just going the end rail. He's trying to just see what he can produce here in a shot or two. Now John can kick behind this ball if he wants, the 13, and just mildly coast the cue ball down. The problem is there's a little gap between the 5 and 1. If he lets him see that little gap on the 12, could be big problems for John. So the other shot is just to come off the 2. Ooh, almost in that gap, but also a great shot.
Yeah, he's got Alex in there where he's got to be nothing but purely defensive.
Well, this is the part of the game you got to be careful, though, especially playing the Filipino players. Little tickies here behind the ball. That's where they excel over most players. It's kind of like, you know how a lot of players after the break, Mark, they shoot that ball on top of the stack and stick you there, right? Well, I never shoot that against the Filipino players.
Yeah.
Because they're going to ticky the balls around the top of the stack much better than I am, whether I know what to do or not. Just like here, right? He's going to create something.
Wow, that was really something.
Yeah, so.
That wasn't a roll to get there. That was a stun power through the object ball.
Oh, yeah.
Bustamani's famous for that shot. You got to hit that perfect, and you really have to handle your cue ball well to play that.
Yeah, it's one pocket's a lot about the object ball with speed, but the cue ball moving slowly. So it's a lot of stuns and different things. He needs to 3-rail kick around this to the back of this 7.
The score is 5-0, but it's actually about tied given the distribution of the balls right now. It's Alex is not very far behind in this particular opening frame.
Is he going off the 11 to the corner? Okay, he did 3-rail. This was the shot to me always. And not only that, John's good at it. He's going to give up a 2 ball, but really nice shot. And now Alex, he can make a decision. Do I want to make him kick again? I can take a foul, get behind the 12 again. Maybe I get him to kick and maybe foul. Or he can shoot the 2 and go 3 rails with the cue ball maybe. He would love to have a little more cut on the 2 if he was going to go 3 rails.
Yeah, you'd have to hit it so full and so hard.
Well, he's got ways to fluke it in, though. Not just clean.
Oh, I see what you're saying,
He's got ways to fluke this ball in. Off the 5-8, off the 7. Clean, like that. Ooh.
Look how good his cue ball is, though.
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, at least the kiss. Oh, yeah, great.
Wow. Devastating.
But he got the rock where he needed to get it.
That was the priority on that one. That was the speed that he chose, was to get this cue ball location.
Yeah, so it was all about either fouling to get there or muscling up and banking the 2, and he hit it great. Oh, okay. Simple stuff here. Now, does he chip the 8 and try and run the cue ball between the 6-1 over to the side rail? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very natural.
That'd really be.
It's pretty natural. He can cue the ball nice. I mean, that's a big path for a guy like Alex.
It's really going to help because it's going to move the 2 and the 5 close to the pocket.
Yeah, the 2 and 5 might duck. If he can hit it light enough, they might double kiss a little bit and really rest near the hole after it hits off the 7.
Good shot, good effort. Reasonable speed.
Cue ball came up a little higher than he wanted, but he was really guarding against the thick hit, and catching the 1 or something like that.
No, right. Rolling at that speed, the difference would be maybe a millimeter or less.
Man, this is tight. He got lucky to get this cue ball. Yeah, nice shot, John. Super nice. Now we're going to see some type of kick up underneath the 12 here, I would think. Is there a way to get there without kicking?
No, doesn't look like it. And I would totally take a foul here to preserve the ball distribution. If I could get that cue ball, say just short of the side pocket, I don't know if he can even access it, but if we can grab the overhead real quick. If he could just get here and open it up so he just comes out tight, and if his speed is even reasonable, even if he doesn't lay it right in there.
Yeah, just get the eclipse on the 12 is the ticket, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he can get to that part of the side before the side pocket. If he has to go to the other side, then it's hard to get it tight on
Well,
that
he'll
12.
go long rail, in rail, down like that, right? Yeah,
that too. So the other way that Jeremy's saying he could go this way and take a foul.
down, yeah, exactly.
And that's not bad either.
And the thing he doesn't want to do is just shave a ball and go to the in rail, because then John will come off the 8 or 13 and put him behind those balls.
Oh, just take a foul this way. That's great.
That's
good. Easiest.
That's real natural. Hit before the side on the second. That's got to go, though.
Probably get your speed better.
That's got to go. Way. He's going to be upset about that. Now, he may fall to where it's not going to hurt him because there's not a ball coming on the spot. So that doesn't hurt Alex. He'd rather owe one here than put one on the spot. I think John's got to really, unless he sees something that I don't, he's got to really, again, take some type of kick foul here. And that's what the worry is when you don't move balls up table after your run.
Yeah.
You're going to get in this situation. Now, the one thing is Alex his speed will be a lot better here in a moment on his next kick shot, that's for sure.
Totally taking a foul, or willing to take a foul here. And didn't have to. Got in there good. Nice shot.
Super nice. It's not going to be any question. Alex is going to take the same exact route. The problem is he's really got to kick this one nice. If John can get to the back of that ball again, right?
Right.
Well, then Alex is going to be on 2 fouls, and he's going to have to lose this position a little bit because he's going to have to make a clean hit not to lose the game. He's not going to be able to kick out of this again. So important in this kick shot here that it doesn't leave John that 3-railer again. Oh, he played it like that. I don't know if he got a rail going with this one, did he? Nice shot. Super nice shot. And what he did there, you leave him flat. If you go over towards this other corner, he can easily come off the 13 and go to the side rail and kill you behind the 5. But now the angle doesn't really allow that.
So it's just a 1-rail kick off the long rail.
Exactly. Yeah. And he may foul on this one. We'll see.
And that's fine as long as your speed is good.
Yeah, but, I mean, that is fine. But that's what Alex is wanting to promote also, him go backwards a little bit, right?
Yeah, well, he made a good hit.
No, he did. He did, for sure. Got to always be worried about kiss shots with these guys. Backwards kiss shots. Doesn't appear he can really be too aggressive.
No.
Not to me. Now, this kick shot you were talking about a moment ago, the 4-railer before the side, he can do it now. He's off the 1 foul. He's got to hit before the side, though.
Right.
After the side, he can still get there, but I don't feel like it's going to be as good. Yeah, this is going to spread. Is he going to get the full eclipse? Decent. Now, John's got a couple interesting shots. I don't think with the lead he's got, he's probably going to play him, but he's looking at the 6, following through that little tight area on the 8 and tray and coming back on the 8 with spin. Oh, well, he could do it with the 13. He's first little mistake right there. It's going to give him a little opportunity to send the ball at them other balls and put the cue ball up behind the 13 maybe. Now, the thing is, John has already shown a lot of skills, correct?
Yeah.
So he can't keep just burying them. He's got to, try and move balls towards the pocket a little bit, I think. So what's he thinking about doing here? This 2 isn't dead, is it?
No.
He thinks it's going to collision enough. Oh, he miscued.
Oh, man. He actually got away with it, kind of. Got a rail. I would have liked to have seen what happened there.
Because it looks like the 2's got to go into the bottom cushion to me. Well, you let him see the 8, so is he playing it into the balls? Wow, I would put him behind the balls here with the lead. See, you're not moving much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're not moving anything near your pocket. Can he see any of the 8? To play the 8 off the 6 and come over here with like a high right ball? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
And
looks
kill
like
the cue ball.
Looks like that's possible.
And the 8's going to ricochet right towards the 2. I mean,
You have to hit it so thin, though. I don't think you get much action on
if
there.
slow, I mean, you cut it just a little bit. It doesn't take much.
We're about to find out.
With a high right, lot of right ball here. Well, he played that. Yeah, that was really risky on the slick table. Very tight to get by the 13 anyways, right?
Yeah. That's the third time in this rack that John's come to the table with a wide open shot.
Yeah, kind of produced from Alex.
All 3 times.
He just needs, is he playing for 3 or 4?
3.
3, okay. So the 6 goes. Hard to really get bad position here. The worst thing is maybe get on the rail with the cue ball. Oh, he's going to, all right, this is fine. Just draw into the 7. Can he go by the 7 and come to the back of it with a little English?
I
maybe?
think so.
Okay. He's skewing downward, so I think he's pinching it into the 7. Oh, he got by it, so not out of the woods yet. Putting him behind the 7 here with the 2 on his side. Here comes the 5. Little light there with the cue ball and the 2. So no doubt Alex should bank the 5 here. Go ahead and give this one a good shot. Go ahead and draw your ball a little bit. Looks short to me. Like a, yeah. He's giving him a cross corner here, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think the 5 goes. Yeah, because he's not out of the woods here, that being John. I mean, I think he's supposed to play this bank right here because little touchy being defensive off the bottom of the 5. So, and that's the only other real shot. Okay, he did all right. Boy, he's got a good touch. Might roll the 13 in here and let him challenge on the 2. I mean, you think he's going to shoot the 2 from that corner over there with the cue ball going right into all them balls?
He has to bet the game to do it.
Yeah, I mean, trailing, you owe 2 and he needs 1. I don't see any other real effective play that's very doable. Yeah, that's the shot in my mind. And it puts a little heat on him. You know?
All the balls are in play now.
Yeah. Come off the 13 very mildly and come across the 5. I wouldn't move the 5 just yet myself. I would do the 13. He's using the 5. And maybe that was better just because of he felt much more successful that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. Think he's going to elevate, try to stiff this 2-railer on the 13?
I do, yeah. I think he can get right to the corner. He's got a lot of protection over there.
He might kill him on the 1 here with the hair of inside English. Oh, see, this table plays so well for that 2-railer. Not only can you really capture the speed, but it really wants to just do the right thing off the second rail to have a chance to get it close to your hole or make it.
Alex could be real disappointed that John could see the 13.
Yeah, but he's got to bank this back into them balls a little bit, yeah. That was a very, very effective shot. Now, Alex is like, okay, if I'm going to win this game, it's going to take a while. Oh, playing the 5 off the point. If he would have snookered him on that 5 ball right there, he would have been in a little bit of business. This is surprising here because the 9-7 is, oh, I thought he was banking the 13 for a moment. I was about to say, well, this is going to hurt. He's giving him a cross on the 12 with the 13-2 sitting very nice for Alex.
Tangled up for John.
Yeah. You know, this barely has a pocket to go. I may be a little more aggressive on the thick side here. Try and get it into the top of the 9. That's fine. That's what I mean by with these 2 balls the way they sit. Yeah, I mean, it's just be aggressive on the thick side.
Shot.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah,
it's a predicament here.
Very much so.
It's actually hard to even take a useful foul here.
Well, this is the one time you don't want to do it when you need one, right? But
Right.
okay, he's coming back with the cue ball, it looks like. Playing a percentages.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
nice
was a good
shot.
recovery.
Yeah. Really good.
Didn't have to turn out that good.
No, and he got him flat on the 5 to where he can't really come off the 5 and go the rail and get behind those balls or anything like that. So a lot of times Alex pretty savvy guy in this spot. So he probably does something with the 2 maybe just to keep himself, you know, keep the ball off of John's side, keep some heat on John. I don't know what he can do with the 2 though. He could double bank the 7 and hold the ball.
If he hit a perfect stop shot, I don't know if we can grab
5
the
railer
overhead.
maybe?
Yeah, well, or even no, a 3 railer. This
Up and down.
Here,
Yeah.
and let it come down and just park the cue ball over here.
And again, this is the table to do it on. This is the table. It plays nice. You know what else you can do with that? You can draw your ball to the end rail with that shot also. You know, if you don't feel like stunning forward is the right thing, you might give up a bank more often, right? So
He's going to just trickle the 7? No, that's dangerous too.
I like him doing something with the 2. I really do. You can spin the cue ball maybe down behind them balls right here too.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah.
Pretty good shot.
He knows that John's going to send the ball up table, but boy, John would been nice to be full on the 1. He could shoot the 1 into the bottom of the 8 and hold the ball right there and really kind of end the game, to be honest with you.
Good work there.
Yeah, Alex got no picnic here with John Gabriel. Where's he going here? Just mildly into the stack, or yeah. All right, the 2s can't be shot from a lot of places. I don't know if the 5 goes or not by the 13, but he can certainly play something towards his pocket here, it seems like. Playing pretty safe. Got to jack up and spin your ball here, maybe. No?
That's what he's doing. No, he's not. He's not coming backwards.
I don't know where he's going with this ball. Oh, just a 1 reeler. I didn't realize he could do that so easily. Nice hit.
Well, John's got a pretty nice shot here at the game ball. No, yeah.
13, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll probably shoot through on the 5, bank the 5 in between the 2 and 8, and go to the right side of the 2, dropping down to the end rail.
He might be cutting the 5.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, you want to get to the end rail there, though. You don't want him stunning this 2 ball on you and getting behind the 1 and 8 and 9 and all that. Even though it doesn't go, him getting behind him could help. John doesn't shoot. He shoots in the right direction at a whole lot. Let's say that. And that's another reason why you want to get all the way to the end rail with the cue ball. You don't want to leave this kick with so many balls, so easy to squeeze you on another ball like that.
Oh, getting heat out there and then blocking him with those. That was a nice kick. Pretty heady play. A lot of people would have tried to play after the 2-ball there, not realizing that if it turns out like this, you've really tipped the scales in your favor when you're behind.
Exactly right. And when you have multiple balls there, 3 to 4 balls, you can feel pretty confident in the cue ball getting stuck right there, you know, on another ball when you push one near your pocket. Trying to think. You don't want to foul here and put one on the spot. I know it's a bad situation right here, but I would be very, very careful on taking a foul. Yeah, I think he's done exactly the right thing here. Challenge him from the in rail. He wanted to get to the in rail. He didn't want to leave the 8, though. He wanted to make him shoot the 2, and he wanted to push the 5, 13, and 7 a little more out of play.
Yeah.
So that's called, you know, collateral damage, right? Try and make sure you're not giving up the game in a bad spot. And if he gets the cue ball to the rail, this is no hanger. You know what I'm saying? If he gets the cue ball where he wanted, that was no easy shot.
Better, yeah.
So John's thinking pretty well, in my opinion. I know that sounds crazy since he just gave up a shot, but but I mean, that's part of the game is management, right?
You can lose a battle as long as you win the war.
Right.
So Alex was, with that kick shot, Alex put him in a bad spot there where you're going to lose something.
Now, be clear about moving the 1 here. You don't want to double kiss it and sit and cut off your run, which, you know, looked very doubtful. Now he's a little off. He'd like to have been a little heavier where he could use a backdoor route to the 7 ball here off of the 1.
Yeah.
You can't use the 1 now. You want to go ahead and get the 12 while you're there.
There is going to be 2 balls put up on the spot after this inning, too.
That's right. Oh, he is going for the 1 now. Interesting. Interesting here, Mark. Must sit too well for him to pass up, is all I can tell you. Spin, ball, spin. And there it is. And a little off angle. So now he'll make a decision. Do I pocket the 7, bank the 13 next, and trap him maybe? Do I, you know, hold and try and really cut the 5? Do I try to get on the 12 right now? I tell you what, I kind of like the 7 and then banking the 13, holding him behind the 5. You can really squeeze him here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it definitely.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at now, that angle there. He can try and make it, right?
Right.
And squeeze him behind the 5. And he can simplify the 7. That's another thing I like about the shot. You're not trying to juice it up with a lot of inside and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got more on the make angle here than he did the squeeze him up on the 5 angle.
Yep.
Because you want this over the hole. You want this over the pocket. And it's in the pocket. How you like that?
Oh, that's a powerful shot.
And now even a tougher decision. I mean, do you really juice this with inside to get on the 12 mark? That's a tough.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, you've come a long ways back in this game to maybe make a little mistake here. Oh, he's hit it sweet. He hit it sweet.
Got the most out of it that he could do with great accuracy. Now, this is a little problematic.
Yeah, here you try to set up on the head string. You know how the guys set up on the head string to try and make the top ball with draw?
Yeah.
That's what you do here. Oh, he was trying to hold for the bank. And he did. The cross corner nuts. The table's really slick, so this cross corner isn't made as often as you would on your home table, but well, John's a very experienced player, so, and has played tons of matches, won a bunch of tournaments. So he's going to, you know, regardless of what happens here in game 1, he's going to stay with his nice resolve, right? He's not going to get crazy about it, but it would be a little bit of a devastating blow to lose his first game from where he was at. And he's really trying to make it. Yeah, see how it spreads? 13. It's just a hard ball to make, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And this has gotten uber funny.
Alex is very relieved to have not scratched there. That would
Yeah.
have been
To beat the kiss, it's only inside English here.
that's a tough hit from there. You're on the rail.
Well,
You're a long ways away.
Yeah, you could double kiss it with inside. If you hit it a bit thin, you could wrap the corner and give up the 1. You know what I mean? So maybe a mild kick behind the 13 here. Yeah, I think that's a smart shot. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought he got behind it for a moment.
Well, Alex got the straight back, and if he makes that, he can have position.
Yeah. I wonder how he's going to play it. Okay, he's going forward, so hard to turn the bank sometimes when you're rolling it. Looks like it's hit very well. So get out of here, Alex Pagulayan.
Wow, what a shot that was.
But how was the speed?
That's
he
what I
wasn't ever
mean.
giving up the bank either.
Every aspect of that shot was just as pure as it could be.
Usually the draw stroke here.
Wow, what a game. What a game.
What a game is right, and what a huge game that would have been for John on Alex's break as well. So got to regroup a little bit. He played a great game. Alex just kind of hung around, right?
7 to -2.
Yeah. And I don't know if he really, I ever recall him getting a shot at his case ball. You know what I'm saying? Like that being John, he got a shot at that 7th, and got it, but I don't recall really him getting too much of a shot at the money ball.
Well, he did have a shot, and here's the bank.
And he turned it over just perfectly. I mean, just perfect speed, kind of like that 2-reeler earlier.
And then the 1-ball shot, that's not an easy shot for your out ball. John breaking to the traditional left-hander's pocket here. Laid down a pretty good break.
Yeah, that seems like the pocket to break to me so far anyways. Okay, he can kick across and hit the bottom of the 1. Just keep it real simple here. I don't think there's any reason. Now, he's going to feather the 9 doing it, it looks like. Or is he kicking and sticking here? Okay, nice shot. Nice shot. Again, I'm not one to really want to open up that bottom rail too quickly. But it's fine. If John's going to go up table here, you got to love this. He's letting you see your side of the, his opponent's pocket quickly. A lot of guys would have put him behind the stack a little for a few more shots maybe. Looks like he can cross the 7. He's kicking behind it. Looks like he's trying to kick downward and really get it behind the 7. Dangerous on the slick felt. Wow.
Well, he wanted to have the cue ball have plenty of topspin so it hooked. So
well, I'll tell you what.
Knocked the ball on the floor. That'll be a foul.
Yeah, that'll be a foul, but really executed well. And he's not going to be upset with that at all.
Right.
I didn't look at the 10-8 prior. I know it sat there, but I don't know if there was any way for him to get to it, that being Alex. But it sat pretty nice towards his pocket. Got to kick at the 8-7 here, right? I mean, you're just going to bury him in the rack. The 11's a little bit of a fooler to me. I would kick at the 8-7. There's really no way to sell out. I mean, he's got to hit this with speed. And it's not so much that he's got him way up on with the cue ball, so that's good. But it's not so much that, you're selling out, but it's just position you don't want to give up.
Right.
The 5-9, almost makeable. I think Alex will look at it. It's close. Yeah, that's another thing that you got to be aware of. And the thing is, I think it sits to where he can hit this with a nice high ball or draw off the rack, either one. Now, if he draws off the rack, I kind of think he's going to go towards the 1. That's what I kind of feel anyways.
A lot of times this opens up a lot of balls towards your opponent's pocket, though. Oh, the 5-ball got double kissed out. Otherwise, it was not going to be a very good result.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see that again, but there was a 10-ball that I think he thought was going to come across. It was sitting real nice to come across, it looked like. I'd be real careful on this first shot. This will lead to a lot of balls if he can get a decent one right here, whether it be a bank on the 7. The 3 goes, see, and that opens up a lot of balls, believe it or not, with the 6-15 and all that. I know the 2-8's a little precluding, but looks like perfect. And that's where maybe Alex is sometimes the best, you know, getting where he wants on these shots. Not just okay, but where he really wants to get a lot of balls. And to me, it looks like he's gotten absolutely perfect to be able to go forward to get on the 10. And that was hard. Because if he gets more cut, he moves the 10. You know what I mean, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
So now he got dead perfect on the 7 to be able to hold.
A real subtle little circumstance of perfect position play to get where he didn't have to move the 10, could stun forward, make the bank comfortably. Now he can get back on the 3. There's a lot of good things that can happen here.
Yeah, he's got the 13, possibly a bank shot. He's got the 1 ball up above. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is close. Now the good thing is the 8 should get pushed. If he catches the bottom of the 6, that should push the 2, right?
Yeah, I mean,
push the 8 over, right?
Well, the momentum of the cue ball. If he clears the 2 ball on the way in, that's not going to get much push on the 8, even if he hits, because you're going to be hitting
what if it hits
high
the
side.
6? What if it hits the bottom of the 6? That's not going to push
You're hitting
it?
the high side of the 2, so the 8's not going to have much giddy up there.
Oh, he didn't even catch the good side
Yeah,
of the
he
6.
was up on the. It wasn't his fault. That's just the way the shot laid.
And there's that 13 I was talking about that he knew was there. Oh.
Well,
Yeah. Lucky for Alex, the 13 covered up the 14 bank.
all that was set up by that great little subtle position play where you mentioned he got in straight rather than got that angle to bank it back, where a lot of us settled for that angle and just think, we got this. But then you don't get the subsequent balls.
Yeah. Okay, he can cross this at the 8. It looks pretty good and be aggressive with the cue ball. Oh, maybe it did go. Good effort. I thought he had to kind of like, create a little something there. That was good. Now Alex with a 5-0 lead here in game number 2. So, we'll see if John can return the favor here in game number 2 that Alex gave him in game number 1.
The 1 banks, if in between the 8 and 13, despite the fact that it probably doesn't go in the hole, but you can certainly maneuver it over there if you want to.
I think it does go. It is a bankable shot. Hard to gauge maybe on the slick felt.
You're right. You're mainly playing cue ball and you're mainly getting the ball on your side.
Yeah, I think he's got to shoot the 13 away and stun over to the side rail. That's the only thing I really see. It's kind of a touchy shot, but the 8-2 does not bank, right?
Right.
You should be able to get him over to the side rail where the 11's a little too thin for a long railer. And the 13 should end up on your side around the side pocket, something like that. It's not a shot you shoot very often in a safety. Normally you would follow through it, right? You could follow through the 13, just, bank it around with high inside and fall over here to the side rail. That's a simple shot as well.
Yeah. About the worst you could give up.
Is he going to kick the 14 away with high inside off the top of the 13 here?
I didn't think so.
All right, he's shooting the shot I was talking about. And the thing, not only to safe the 14, but to be safe on the long railer. That's why you really want the cue ball to get over here to the side rail. You don't want a talented John, to flirt with one of these long railers.
John's going to bank the 13 back to the 14, right?
Well, if he can pull his ball, you know what I mean? Or even challenge it. There's nothing wrong with challenging Alex on the 1. He's not going to shoot the 1 from the end rail. Like, say you bank the 13, you go across and then back over, you know what I mean, to the end rail up and, the first diamond here or something like that. He's done well, though.
If you protected the 14.
He did.
Okay.
Even if he didn't, I mean, he's just the process. He's doing the right thing. Now, I don't think he can hit this thick and go over. Oh, he can. So that's nice.
John can lag at the 14 if he wanted. It's not a productive shot. I'm just saying he could.
Yeah. Shoot straight through this, I think. Just go straight through it, right to the side rail. You wouldn't go to the end rail this time, maybe. Because, like you said, you want to protect that 14. And he may have let him see it right here.
I don't think he did, but let's see. It'd have to be rail first.
All right, let's see what Alex is thinking about here. Alex knows he's not out of the woods, just like John wasn't in the last game with all these balls in play.
Yeah, John did a good job on that last shot. Alex got a tough return.
And that's what you do. That's what I was saying earlier. He's doing the right thing, even though it's not looking like a whole lot. What you're doing is you're just keeping constant pressure, and you're trying to develop a free shot, Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah.
right here, now he's got a free shot on the 13 because of everything, little simple things he did before. And he could get him up underneath the 11 with the cue ball as well. That's the one thing on the slidey table, right? You're not going to get that Boeing effect a little bit that helps you with those banks. He still did well with the cue ball, though. I'll tell you, I might take a soft kick on the 14 one shot here because he doesn't have any banks.
Yeah, improve it a little bit. Make it a little bit further from the pocket.
Yeah. All right, he's going down. He's moving the 4-3 rails to his side. Now, the thing is, if he doesn't get the speed right, pretty decent. I was going to say, if he doesn't get the speed right, John may end up having a long railer on the 1, but everything's pretty good here. Now, he's going to try and feather this ball, go behind the 4. Not a big area to get behind, but he should be able to do it. No, he did it real well.
Yeah, good shot.
Did he leave the cross corner on the 2, though?
I don't think the 2, but the 12.
Oh, yeah, the 12 maybe, yeah.
And maybe the 2. This overhead monitor here that sometimes we look at is very deceptive compared to what's actually on the table.
Well, he can use the 2 to get at the 14 as well. I like the kick shot myself, the long rail kick. Very simple shot. You got a huge piece of the rail to use. And you're not disrupting a lot of balls, right? So, oh, it really spread on him. I don't know if this is going to work. He kind of hit it a little light, in my opinion. Like, that's a hard ball to follow in. You know, you can be a hair more aggressive with the speed on that one.
And the extra speed holds the line better. It doesn't spread as much. And
Exactly.
You can hit it with a little bit rather than the delicate thing.
And that what I talked about a second ago, it slides up the rail a little more without a hair of speed, you know. So when you're hair off, you may get a little cut on that ball when you think you may have missed it.
Unlike when balls are going into the pocket, when you go super soft speed, it's like it grabs the rail a hint more than just medium speed does.
Absolutely right. Yeah, especially on the conditions we're on, right? That is even a little more magnified here. And this is a funny first shot because John wants to really capitalize. Okay, he's going. Oh, this is going to spread nice. I think he's gotten perfect. The 12 will open them other balls. He should have a shot on the 6 with a little light draw. Doesn't need much. Yeah, there we go.
Really good shot.
Yeah, we're going to be on a piece, or we should be. I mean, he should get almost out here.
That freed up the 2 ball also. So that little light draw on the previous shot really helped out.
Yeah, it should finish maybe with a 12-ball bank. I don't know. He gets behind the 4 here. Stay off the rail with the cue ball. That's what's so important when it comes to running these balls. Little hot there, so he could get a little funny-ish here on the 6. If he got straight on the 6, he got funny here.
He got pretty straight. Pretty straight. I don't know if it's totally straight.
Now, here's where what do you want to do? The 5 covers up banks. So John's one hell of a player. I mean, he should probably, especially being lefty, feel pretty good about shooting the 6 and drawing back and cutting the 5. Oh, he's got angle. Yeah, he's got angle. Stunning.
I didn't have a lot. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, he was not playing to go on that side of the 5.
You wouldn't think so.
Well, my goodness, you'd be the greatest in the world.
Now kind of forced to play the bank on the 12. Playing for 1, right?
Now you caught me.
No,
Wasn't paying
2 it looks
attention.
like. Alex has got 4. There's 5 on the table, so he needs 2. So delicate here on this bank. He's got to make it. If he's going to play shape, I mean.
Yeah.
No, he went way down there.
I
for
know, I
shape.
like that. Don't dog the bank. Trying
Yeah.
to be cute here. Just take your minutes, and that you're supposed to make that bank, and you can bet the game on that bank. Our score is tied now, 1 game apiece. Very well played by John Gabriel, and just like Jeremy Jones said in the opening, this might be a longer match than what we've been seeing, and it's already a longer match than most of them we've had.
Yeah, and John returned the favor there in game 2, so that's impressive, right?
Very much.
I mean, a lot of times you blow that first game, you get behind early in game 2, you can really get a little reckless.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed. Like I said, the guy just has a lot of resolve, anyways. So.
And clearly a good 3-cushion billiard player by the
Oh,
way
yeah.
he handles the cue ball in these one pocket aspects. A complete player, plays all games well. He was here for the player meeting on the 10 ball, and he wanted in that 10-foot table tournament too.
Yeah, Alex didn't get the break he wanted there. Now, what's the 10 look like? John's got to be careful of that 3-9-10. I think that's kind of pointed in that towards Alex's pocket. So if he removes this 11, I suggest getting the cue ball into the stack. And also, you see how that line on the 3-12-7-4 are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that line, when it's like that, really offers being able to kick, right, and go into the balls, and it
Yeah.
skims off, and the cue ball comes up here to the end rail. So if the 10's any kind of close,
Yeah.
this could be a little dangerous. I might concede this ball and go into the stack. Okay, we'll see what Alex wants to do here. Alex again down 2-0 in his last match. Got to feel good about coming back against a real good player, Blaine Barkas. I think, here at 1-1, that'll play on Alex's mind that, hey, he needs to maybe tighten up.
Well, he's looking just at that 10, just like you said. And like you said, he can skim off that side and send the cue ball down table, maybe double him up on a few shots here. And there's a little risk with it, but it's pretty safe. Yeah, he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I wonder where he's going with this. Okay, he could cut it enough, but still that table doesn't grab like you think. I think Alex really kind of knows that, but just assume it's going to grab that English, and it just doesn't like you would think. Okay, he could 2-rail the 11, slowly pinch the cue ball back onto the 13 if he wants. I might look at moving balls and sticking them up instead, but this shot's fine. He caught the 15, but he caught it just right.
He caught it good.
11 replaced the 15, and the 15's in front of John's pocket. Kicking behind this? I don't know what he's doing here.
Good shot, but not much reward.
No, and a hair risky, really.
Very risky. John was going to be on the right side of the pile to do some real damage there.
Yeah. And the thing about those shots are, it's all about the miss hit. When you miss hit, the cue ball ain't exactly there. It could be worse, you know?
So Alex was able to mass 8 of the 15, but not get enough done, and he's left a 15 ball now. I think John just barely moved the cue ball forward and then rub off the, now he can maybe win a little bit high. I was thinking he could rub off the 10 and just come into the back of the stack there.
Yeah.
Lightly.
He might be able to still do it, maybe. Gabriel with a 2-1 lead here in game number 3.
Now can Alex rub the 9 and go inside spin, come back to the stack? Or
Yeah. The thing is, you're not protecting much when you go into the stack, right?
Yeah.
And when you do that, you're opening balls on your opponent's side a little bit. So, you know, I don't know if I do that so much, but I think this is better. Go the in rail. Put the pressure on your opponent here to do something off the rack.
Super nice hit there.
Yeah, because talk about this a lot with one pocket. This is, you know, where he's got to open the ball is very dangerous from this far away. And hard to predict what's going to happen. Doesn't really have much of any 2-rail kick that kind of drives the cue ball into the rack. Sometimes you'll have that type of shot from here. But I tell you, the 2 got aimed towards Alex's pocket a little bit, just a little bit. Well, it looks like that's what he's doing, but he's not going to try and get a rail here. I think he's just taking his medicine, trying to get him into the pile. Pretty good speed. Alex has got him on 1 foul, so Alex is going to lengthen the game here. He's going to take another foul and see at what point John wants to do something else besides take a foul. I'm going to say he was awfully close to the corner there. The only reason I say that is no reason to threaten it on a shot like that. I mean, you're going to the in rail, right? 1 diamond over is just as good.
At least take a good foul. Don't just.
Yeah. Now this is getting to where he can 2-rail kick and the cue ball drive up through the balls, and he can move something his way like that. I would have shot it more myself because I don't think you're going to lose the cue ball at all. Now John is on 2 fouls, but Alex is the one that's in a little bit of a situation. Yeah, he could have went ahead and let the stroke out a little bit there and really not had many worries, but still he's played a very controlled game and it looks good so far. Alex considering another foul, it looks like.
Yeah, we're right at that decision phase of this rack. Looks like whoever wins this battle is going to have way the upper hand to win this game.
Yeah, Alex is taking another foul. Now John's on 2. Oh, no, John made a good, yeah, he's on 2 still. Yeah, he 2-rail kicked at that ball but didn't get a rail, so he is on 2 fouls. The 11-ball kick looks awfully nice, but don't think he shoots that on 2 fouls. So he's just going to shoot through the 11. Watch out for a little twist back bank on the 2 here. Oh, he went all the way to the stack. John's playing pretty smart here. Yeah, he's going to try and open the 13 a little bit and bring the cue ball back with a lot of right English. This ball hasn't grabbed a whole lot. Oh, he's not doing that. He's just going behind the 2. John can almost shoot straight at the 13 and stick. I mean, the 15 is going to come out a little bit, but he's just going to play it mild. And like the first game, he's turned a tough break around.
Yeah.
Here in the game 3 as well.
Well, John's putting a lot of effort into this, making things happen from really tough spots. Good decision making, good execution.
I don't know what he's doing here. Yeah, I don't like opening more balls on my opponent's side, that's for sure, and letting him face the rack a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you time and time again, the Filipino players are not the ones to be playing these little ticky shots with on top of the stack. They're just not.
Now Alex has got another ball open on his side.
And he welded him to the 6. He can't see the 5. He can't cue the 4 hardly. Where's he going now? So it's just the type of thing I've learned to stay away from playing these guys. I mean, that's what they excel at, right?
Yeah.
Little ticky shots, little, shots moving the cue ball a little bit here and there. Shooting through on the 11, probably the best shot. He's going to get a bad kiss. I don't know if it's going to hurt or not, but. I think this bank might go, but I don't know if he'll shoot it. He's going to cut the 8 and go into the pack. Watch this. Off behind the 4, cut the 8 pretty thick, go right onto the 3 with the cue ball. That's better, though. I mean, John's going to kick that ball in, and you're better to make it, I think. I mean, and he is a little elevated, but he can do something.
Alex would love to do something where he can keep the cue ball about where it's at now, but that's going to be really tough from here. He is going to have to spot a ball, however, at the end of this inning, so you can use that to your advantage too defensively, knowing that there's going to be yet another obstruction up there.
Is he making the 4 on the side, going to the in rail maybe, trying to keep a little pressure on? I mean, it gives up a thin cut on the 7 that I don't think John would shoot, but I don't think it's bad, really. Cutting the 4 on the side and going right up to the in rail, leaving him kind of off angle on the flat on the 8. Maybe a little inside the first diamond or something like that. He's just going to take another foul here. He won't hit this hard enough to get a rail. Still going to owe one. Doesn't mind that, though. Doesn't want to let him see the 1, obviously.
Alex, the master of those little soft rolling, just get to the rail safeties. Doing a good job keeping the pressure on John, too.
Yeah, he's cueing at something.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to try to stick the cue ball in the 6. Oh, boy.
Super sweet shot there. Really nice, turning some things around.
Great play there, banking the 10 over to his pocket off of the 15.
And I'm very impressed how he's playing with the speed control and ball control here on the slick table.
Golly, good shot.
And he just keeps doing the right
Good
thing. Did
shot.
he give him the top of the 8 here?
Oh, he might have. Apparently he did.
If he did, it could be dangerous. He could crawl up on the 4 here. Ooh, that's going to, oh, well. I thought that John couldn't get to it at first. I was going to say there's going to be real problems for John, but he can get at it. Should be all right. Just concedes this ball. All right, the ball's doubled up on the side there. So, I mean, John can't really bank the 3 and go towards the 11 without drawing the cue ball. But if he had more balls to bank it back into, you know, he's just got a lonely 9 ball to bank it into. So that's kind of hard. He's doing it, though. He's elevating. So he's twisting this going up the table, trying to have a deft touch here. And he got it towards the 9. What a nice play with the cue ball, too. Look at the speed.
Boy, really good.
And this is trouble for Alex. Not saying it's terrible. He's going to probably open these balls on the side. But that doesn't mean he has to open them to get a shot. John may get another play here for this corner. Yeah, see. I mean, he did all right. Oh, never mind. He gave him a cut on the 3. John will dice that in, Mark. I thought, anyways.
He's worried about the scratch up in the corner.
He can spin it in. He can flat cut it in. Definitely got the skills for this shot. Don't really, unless he adds a little right spin, I don't think the scratch is there.
Or maybe left.
Yeah. Well, he may not get shape. We'll see. And he's going to get a good bump. I'll tell you, he's going to get a decent little lead here. Going to get another one. He's going to try and draw up before the 7 and the 12, I thought, if he's not too thin. Maybe he has to go back and forth for the 1. Yeah, he's hitting a high ball. This is going to, if the 15 goes, maybe this is real good. I don't know if he got anything really. It's close.
Guess he got the 10 over there just by the 7. Good shot there, John Gabriel.
Yeah, and he's may end up getting on another one back there after getting on this one. We'll see, but
Playing for 3. Drilled that. Definitely got the 1 now.
yeah, and he's in a great spot to win this game, and he does break in the next. You know, this. Tell you what, I mean, you never know how the games are going to go after a game is won, but I mean, John holds on to that first lead. Looks like he may win this match 3-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a huge lead in the first game. He's going to roll down for a bank, it looks like, making sure not to make a big mistake. Looks like he got there, like perfect.
Just a hint wide. So Alex needs them all, and John needs the ball. Alex is glad to just be alive in this rack. He still has a chance to make something favorable happen.
Yeah, not a whole lot he can do. Don't think he's cutting it. The way he's hitting a high ball, so maybe he's going for the bank into the 14 with the cue ball. Super thin and chopped hard. Yeah, he's made one for John. And John Gabriel now with a 2-1 lead after losing the first game, wins 2 in a row, and now will break in game 4, Mark.
Yeah, and lost the first game with the way the best of it, and Alex just maneuvered around. Wasn't that John played poorly. He just didn't get many chances, but he was ahead, I think, 7 to -2. Very entertaining match thus far, really well played.
Yeah, so that's 2 matches in a row that Alex has had his opponent get to the hill first. He hit those, and look where he broke to. Changed pockets, went to the same side as Alex. Pretty effective break.
No, John broke from there the first rack too.
No, he broke to the right pocket. Yeah, he broke to the right. I made sure of noticing that, and the balls didn't break very good at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Alex, what did Alex do after the break? He did something.
I might be wrong. I might have been
Another match, maybe.
maybe, yeah.
This 5 ball's okay, ain't it?
Yeah.
He's going
He's
behind
leveled
the 10.
out.
Oh, no, he's banking it.
Yeah, he was leveled out for that.
Yeah, nice speed. And I could be wrong as well. I know somebody broke maybe it was the last match.
I was just thinking that he broke to the left-hander's pocket, unlike the right-hander's been breaking to the left-hander's pocket too, but that might have been a different match too. So we've did quite a few.
He's looking at the thin one here. How thin is this? He's played he's played competitively, shot for shot, so great. I don't know if I shoot at this and take your medicine and kick the 5 in. I mean, he's really battled well with Alex, so as far as the tone of the match, I don't think the cut on the 13 is necessary. This is another one, put a hair more speed on it. You're going to let him see the 10 anyways. So you want to make sure the line holds pretty well here. That looks good if he hit it hard enough. Well, I don't know. Is it fading? Oh, he got a rail. I think the 5 got a rail. Oh, no, never mind. Alex going to try and get a cross on the 10. And maybe gets a little thin here. We'll see. Eesh.
Well, Alex did something good there. He developed balls on his side. Pinned the cue ball.
Now you can bank the 12, right? And just let it bank across the 15-2 with a high ball and go right down the middle of the middle of the end rail and leave him straight on the 3. And Alex cannot shoot the 3. There's no future in it. He's giving up a 4-12 combo if he misses it. You know, those kind of situations, I'm not saying it was necessarily a shot, but sometimes when you know your opponent can't shoot from somewhere, you can be a little more effective because you know he just can't shoot it. He just can't afford to shoot it. So, oh, Alex is a little light with the cue ball. No, pretty good.
One of our great fans, Dennis Walker, says that John Gabriel reminds him of Johnson City Hubert Cokes.
Oh. I think I heard that name before.
Yeah, that was one of Nick Varner's mentors. He was a big man. He was making $3,000 a day back in the 60s from the oil rigs. And so he gambled with Fats and all those guys, was a real good player. Used to play cards up in Harlem. He'd go into the pool room and say, all right, anybody in here want to fight for 50 or play cards for 50 or pool? And if you want to fight for 50, let's do that first.
Oh, look at this pressure he's putting on. And this is almost what I was talking about. Really, you know, now the 12's there, so you figure maybe he has a little more choice. But, you know, Alex, I don't think he can afford to really miss a ball here in this situation. So I like what John's thinking. He's looking to come off the 7 and the 2, maybe the 2 and the 7, and just drift over.
Well, the other part, if that gets tough, Alex may be painted into the corner where he has to shoot.
Well, if he has to shoot, I wouldn't be surprised unless he can't get to it, and I don't think he can. The 8-9 to me looks better than any of them. The combo does not look bad at all. I think he got a chance at a little element of safety as well, but I think he's going to probably not shoot.
Yeah, Alex is hating this.
Yeah, John's doing what he needs to do.
Oh, what a nice hit. What a nice hit.
Super nice.
He's got to reverse the roles here. Now John might be forced to shoot in something that's hard to get a lot of balls from. And you can lose the game if you miss.
And that's really the beauty of the game, Mark, is both players can really make nice, you know, nice attempts with their turns. And it's just that the progression of the game, the way it is.
I mean, Alex might have kept him off the 13. I don't know if he can see the 13 to even shoot if he does have to.
I don't know if he does either. He's looking at what he does off the 15 or maybe off the 8, 9. I don't know.
Would you ever kick to the side rail and just go right at the 14 and hope, you know, I mean, sometimes they get tangled up. It's not the best angle.
I mean, yeah, you sometimes definitely have to take a chance. I think he can do something off the 9 mildly. Ooh.
Golly.
That
was a good shot until it
sure
fell.
was.
That would have hung. Wow. Devastating.
I think on the outer tables that ball does hang. I think the slick table maybe just turned over a hair more.
Yeah.
So Alex not taking much time here.
He's got to execute, you know.
Yeah. Stop shot on the 3. Then you can open that first stripe, I think, on the side rail. He may do something else, we'll see, but I kind of feel like the 3's the first shot. Just hold your ball. Yeah, that'll open up the stripe. Yeah. And the thing is, he may get on the 9 off of this ball. We'll see. He's going to have the 1 for sure, but if he gets off the 9, that opens the 2-7 up.
Well, he's back to even now, so he still needs 8.
Yeah, and I think he will take on the 9 if he feels good about the speed. That really gets him a lot of balls. I mean, he doesn't have to, but boy, I'd like to get that away now if he could, the 9 ball. You can shoot the 1. and draw back. But what's the point? You got good on the 9 right now, so pretty much got to be the 9. And this is what I was talking about, the speed, Mark. So, and he overcut the 9 a little bit, so that definitely gave him another probably 6 to 8 inches of cue ball. Yeah, he's going to try and hit something here with the 13, maybe into the 15, shove the cue ball down below the 8.
Great speed. Wedged it up on the 8.
You know, literally squeezing right here in game number 4. Okay, the combo. So he can do something with the 6. The key to all that is, if you're going to challenge, you got to get him froze on the rail here. That's just imperative. Don't think he probably does challenge here. Maybe he tries to kick out of this.
John needs 10 balls, and Alex needs 4.
Well, this may work out for a moment. Now John owes 3. Get a look at this shot. And this was really a good, effective shot, trying to pocket the 8. And it tried to hold up. Alex got to be careful here.
I think he's drawing
Oh,
underneath
okay.
the 8
I thought he
10.
was shooting the 6 there for a second. I was going to say, I wouldn't two-rail the 6.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing right here, moving balls and drawing off the 7 behind the 8-10.
That's a pretty good trap area, and so you're not really developing so much with the 2. You're just making sure that cue ball gets tucked away underneath the 8.
Yeah, this is all about protecting that lead at that 4 to -3 clip. Did pretty well there, and the reason why I say that is he's keeping Alex from hitting the ball hard and moving balls up. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to do something here, I think.
If you could send the 1 at the 4-10 here,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, and I take my time here. He's got a few balls he can see, so he may be able to really do something. That's what I was looking at, maybe something off the back of those 2. And the reason being is those needed to get cleared out of there for John to come back in this game anyways. He needs to clear Alex's side. Beyond, pocketing a ball here in the next couple shots, he needs to get balls off of Alex's side. That way he can go up table with the cue ball. And I tell you, he's kind of cut Alex off a lot of stuff here. He can't get behind the kick shot to get behind the 13. The 1's in the way and the 8's in the way. He's got to move his own ball here. And this is all about getting behind the 13. So if he doesn't get a ball on his side right here. Okay, see how the 1 came back across? John is all up in this game now. Oh, I wouldn't do this. Kick at the 2, John, somehow. You want to kick at the 2. Yeah, now see, he can move balls up. So that was a blessing for Alex there. John got a little quick there. Yeah, you want to keep balls down here, right?
Yeah, they're heading up table now.
Yeah, John made the perfect shot a moment ago and got Alex to actually remove the only ball on his side, that being the 1, and then just kind of forgot to go up table with the cue ball. Now, if he can rest him on the rail, that's nice. And the reason why those are so important, Mark, is, again, very hard for Alex to move balls up table now. If he can cue the ball, he can draw off the 15, he can do things,
Mm-hmm.
But now that John put him on the rail, John's keeping himself in this game. this has gotten very touchy. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough. I guess, I mean, I think I would thin the 10 and go over there and use the 4. The 10's going to stay in the same place. You're not going to sell out. Okay, he's desperately wanting to get a ball on his side. That had a lot to do with that shot. He left it tough. Boy, Alex couldn't have put the cue ball in a better place, I don't think. He's looking at a kick shot here. Kick shot kiss combo on the 10-4. Is he going to shoot the 15 into that, maybe?
Pretty tough from there. They're far apart.
True that, but he's the score, right? He's just thinking
Yeah.
the score. If I send him up table, I'm dead meat. Yeah, nothing. Never know what might happen, Mark.
Wow. Well, that helps.
What's the phrase? Fortune favors the brave.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about the 10-4 if it ain't sitting good. You need to get on some balls up the table. So if you're going to make this combo, that's okay. Can't miss it, though. Okay, nice shot. Now I would try to get up on the 6 off the 10. Or even if it doesn't go, I might open it a hair. But I think it does go. Yeah, that's what I would be looking at right here. What I can do on the 6. And the reason why is because you'll fall on the 6 for a way. You can use the 8 later, after that to maneuver if you can't get on anything else. So I think nothing wrong with taking a chance coming between the 6-11 here, maybe. He's got to slow down. He's got to slow down.
Kind of overamped a little bit there.
Yeah. And was he trying to hit him?
Yeah, it must have been.
Maybe.
He wouldn't have missed the speed that much if he wasn't. He
yeah.
just got into it so pure. I think he was thinking if he hits that 11, it will send it into the 6.
Maybe. Now 3 balls are coming on the spot, so that doesn't hurt John, meaning, it gives him a little comfort there. He can maybe roll the 6. If he feels like he can hold and not give up the 8, he can maybe roll the 6 and take the cut on the 8. He's got to hit it with a deft touch here. Yeah, that's the common miss.
Here's that aggressive 2-rail kick. Right spin.
And he knew they were going that way, right?
Right.
And we can all see the score at the moment. It was 4 to -3. So that, promotes being aggressive, the score line. What's the shot here? Is this a little funny cutting the 8, Mark, with the 6 being there?
Yes. For sure from here, you're going to clatter into that.
Doesn't want that to go in, and it did. Perfect cue ball.
Working the 13 his direction. Clip the 1. Good job with the cue ball.
Yeah, and this has gotten, again, not so hard to get the cue ball down here, but what's he going to leave for John? He's probably going to leave a little something. Yeah. Alex knows this is sticky here. Sticky situation.
Guess he's just going to rub this.
Yeah, but he
Ball
can't
is
hide
next
the
to him.
7, I don't think. So, see what he leaves on the 7. He did pretty well. Can he bank this ball right here next to the 4 balls? Can he bank this? Is that the 13 or 12 right
Looks
there?
like the 13.
Man, if it's sitting nice, like right staring you in the face, it'd be hard not to level out here and shoot this. He's going to just come back off of this ball here. Both guys with a great cue ball.
.45-degree angle with the cue here. Did a good job.
Really
Conservative.
nice.
I'm just going to move the cue ball down to the end rail.
Let's see what Alex likes to do here.
My good partner, Danny DiLiberto, would say, just trying to get through the inning.
Almost 2-rail the 10-ish. Almost. Follow through it. The 11-1's hard to shoot from a lot of places. Alex has got to be careful, otherwise he comes off the bottom of the 1 trying to draw back. Should be okay, but you're going to get a lot of movement on a few balls at least.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you can cause some havoc there for yourself.
Perfect cue ball.
It was. Oh. Well, he's getting balls playable. It's really more what John needs, but nevertheless. No, once again, 45 degrees.
A little thinner than he wanted, but still fine. Alex is going to push through on the 10. John can shoot through on the 4 pretty easily. I don't know, he may be able to get at the 6. He's got a 13 ball bank cross corner that he could shove the cue ball forward on if he wanted. Maybe even an 11 he could bank doing the same thing.
If he hits the 4 good, looks like the cue ball could get in behind the 6, but it also looks like he could bludgeon into the 6. So
Great shot there.
that was. Just went naked bank.
Does Alex have a 2-railer here on the 11? Looks like he can draw to the side rail and back over, trying to 2-rail the 11 at his pocket here. Just draw the cue ball between the 8 and what is that, the 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shot I like myself. I feel like I make it a little more often than you would think is also. Doesn't look like he wants to shoot that. He looks like he's kind of staring at the 15 ball there.
Yeah, this is a good time to get that one ball in play here for John.
It's too good a speed there.
Yeah.
Hooking them on everything with that one ball that's going to be spotted. Alex could edge the one and go the in rail. He's going to come back instead.
I don't blame him, no.
No,
Get distance
for sure.
out there.
I agree. And not only that, he's going to really see what John knows a little bit from these spots, you know. So and this is what I was talking about. He may have given up. He definitely gave up a two-reeler. I don't know if Alex can shoot it.
Well, Alex is searching for some type of little advantage, but I think he's just going to have to end up with distance again.
Yeah, feathering the 11 a little bit maybe.
Or he could just bank the 11 back on his side.
Yeah, and shove it down the cue ball.
Yeah. Whatever's comfortable.
He doesn't want to leave the part of the ball where John can cue it. These balls are going to get a little more out of play. John may be able to take on a bank, just depending. Okay, I want to make sure nothing happened bad there. This almost got bankable.
Seems like it did. I think John's going to play the one.
Over twisted it a little bit. Ooh, kind of slid there.
You know John's wife, Elise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's sweet. She's,
Yeah, really nice lady.
golly. Yeah. She's been here all week, sweating all the matches, likes pool.
Don't think he'll take a chance taking this on. Maybe, but I kind of wouldn't think so. He is. He is, and he could give up a shot doing that. It kind of like, you know, tight, and then all of a sudden, let me shoot at this one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not saying it was terrible, but it just didn't feel like the right thing at the time for Alex.
Because you know you can easily sell out a shot, and
Yeah.
John's dangerous. If he pops this in,
Yeah,
maybe he can float forward, get on the one, then he can come down, maybe get another ball, and then get a bank down there hanging. And
I think for sure he's got action here. Now, I would roll it and probably try to get the thin cut. I don't know. You don't make it as often. You know, he's taking on the 4. That's how much he dislikes the 12.
but I think it's that point on the side pocket's problem if he cuts that 12.
Well, he's overcut it. So he's going to give up a little bit of something, maybe a little better bank for Alex. Well, no, it's kind of settled down. So the cue ball will probably be a little too hot for Alex to really go for this. Now, he might cross it towards his hole, but not really at his hole to make it. And if he does, watch out for the scratch straight up by the 11 here. Unless he's putting inside. Now watch out for that 11 ball.
He played
11
exactly.
ball. Oof.
He did exactly what you said, that he was playing it at his hole rather than not right to his hole.
To make it, yeah. Well, John's looking at this 7 that looks like it has enough room to bank by. Now, the problem with this 7 is don't really see much of, if future with it. But the 1-4 are kind of hard to deal with, to be honest with you.
From this range and
Yeah.
this angle, yeah, you're right. Really vulnerable. Mess it up. It looks like he's just going to slow roll it.
Oh, no.
Well, just what you said. I mean, they're hard to deal with there from that range and that particular angle.
Yeah, and this is going to be the 4 balls with the near stripe with ball in hand. These are going to be the 4 Alex needs to get this match to hill. So I don't think I go for the 13 here. I don't see the point. Just hold for the 4 to get over on the 13 and them. But a lot of people would go ahead and play the safe side here and come to that side of it. Myself, I try to just hold for the 4. I just don't want to. Why set up with more angle? Why move the cue ball more? You know? Now, if you're playing on a super tight table maybe or something like that and you're fearing a little miss, you can maybe guard a little differently, but this table's playing just primo right now.
When John watches this match back, he'll realize that anything but that last shot was the right shot.
Yeah.
Even though he could sometimes extricate himself from that position, it's just not the right play.
And it was just always touchy. You know, you're going to maybe leave a cross corner if you do successfully do what you want. Now 2-2.
Well, the score's all tied up. This is our decision game. We're not using the Outsville Accu-Rack just because so many balls are in that area that the racking template does not work that great for one pocket.
Now, maybe it was Alex that had changed. Now he's going to the other pocket. He's going to make one, which
means a re-break.
That's right.
Alex is laughing. That's the rule. If you make a ball on the break, it's a re-rack. And Jeremy said, and I hadn't thought about it, even if you scratch, I guess that would have to be the rule. So.
Yeah, they had a little bit of discussion about that, but it's kind of hard to get this, you know, to get, you know, penalty when you can't get rewarded at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's logical.
Yeah, and some scratches really aren't your fault. Sometimes you get a little funny kiss there.
Well, it'd be illogical to do it the other way. You could lose, but you can't win.
Right. Yeah, you scratch and make a ball, your opponent gets ball in hand. You make a ball and don't scratch, you got to re-rack. Seems a little on the...
And Alex has moved a little bit further into the inside.
And he broke great, I thought, to the other pocket, but now he wants to switch it. Well, he got a lot into that. The 8's coming out. He better hope the 6 goes.
Oh, boy. Well, this is John's chance here. He can really make some hay.
I'd like to know why he felt like breaking to the other hole.
And Alex moved the cue ball to the inside off the rail to avoid this very thing, the 8 ball coming off the corner.
Yeah, that does slow it down, but also the slick felt promotes that ball coming out more. And now, here's the question mark. If he could get into the 7 a little bit heavier, he might be able to dislodge everything, but I don't think he's going to be able to get into the good side of it.
But maybe you can play position for the 12
Just
bank.
whack him, right? Whack him. Yeah, I mean, take a chance. He moved the 5 a lot further than he thought. Tell you what he did do, though. He's got, you know, of course, a couple balls, but he opened a couple on his side, which is going to help protect this situation he's going to be in a little bit of here. That 3 and 14, even though they're a little doubled up, it's good he's got them on his side. It's going to help.
John moved the cue ball ahead, pinch off direct access maybe to the 15. Pretty productive shot.
Yeah, just push forward here.
Oh, he
Oh,
could
he
get
tried
a
to stick him. Okay. Nice shot. Nice shot. Probably promotes a foul here maybe from kick shot. He could try to feather off the 7 coming back. You just got to
boy. That
gotta
was
be
a good.
real accurate doing that.
That was a really good shot by Alex because he put the heat on John here with that.
Yeah, he's probably wanting a 2-rail kick at the bottom of
Right.
the 12 here.
Yeah, you hate kicking like this. You can foul, which is okay. You can make a good hit, which is okay, but you can also lose, which is not okay.
You could hit it perfect. How about that?
Yeah,
That's
he did.
absolutely perfect. The 5 cut off the 9 eclipse. You know, the eclipse there. Got him real thin on the 4. Didn't let him see the 3 or the 14. I mean, John absolutely hit that perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly how it'd be designed.
Yeah, Alex knows he's in a war here.
He's trying to kick and take a foul. Oh, no, hit the 15, leaving him doubled up. Pretty smart shot there. John should shoot through that stripe that's on the side rail just below the 1. Just got to do it mildly. Now, the thing is, you really need to carry the cue ball to the rail, though. I mean, with the 314, Alex is so crafty, he could get something on the 4. You know what I mean? So get him on that rail and maybe you hook him and don't leave him the 4. That's a really nice shot there by John.
Again, John's ball speed. Cue ball lodged right up there on the cushion.
And it just takes, you know, great players and knocks them down at least 2 or 3 notches. You play some other players that are a little less players, it really starts to work on them. You keep laying them on the rail with the cue ball. Now, if he goes forward on this ball, he's got to be careful not to leave a dressed up long railer on the 14 for John. Oh, he's coming back. He's worried. Alex is a little worried now. I know he only trails 2-1 in this game on as far as ball count, but he's wanting him to go up table. He's a little concerned.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't want to give up a run out.
Yeah, and the 12 has gotten pretty close here.
There's some balls going towards John's pocket that if he felt like he could go bank the 5 and billiard the 13 with the cue ball.
Well, I think he can go right into the 10 maybe. I mean, he's got a couple opportunities. I would
Yeah.
look here. The 7-12, okay, the 10-9. I mean, there's possibilities here to me. He's trying to get into the 7 there. I don't know if he'll get enough speed on it to do it that way. I'd like using the 5 somehow.
It looks like he's going to get some throw
Yeah.
from there, and that becomes an issue. It's pretty far.
Yeah, he's looking at the 5 now. I think that's the ticket if you're going to try and go. He's shooting. He's shooting, trying to get the cue ball behind the 5. Does he catch enough at the 7 to get enough pace on the 12, even if it is lined up okay? You know what I mean? Because you're going backwards with it, right?
Well,
you're not hitting it forward with the way the 9's going, so you're not going to have much steam on this.
in my life's experience on this particular shot, it doesn't work out very good.
Yeah, well, he's shooting it. He's trying to stun behind the 5 too. Watch.
Oh, it worked out great. Yeah. Kind of got unfortunate. Everything came down on Alex's side.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was a heck of a shot. Very creative.
Yeah, and I wonder if he had to draw the ball shooting it.
Looks like maybe he could bank the 5. It's hard
Nah,
to tell. He's
the
cut off.
7's cut him off. Yeah.
Well, that is hard luck.
Yeah,
Here we get another look at this shot. And bang.
Yeah, a variation of the shot from the Hustler when they're playing straight pool, and they show some of those shots where
Yeah.
I think there's a name for those shots actually, but I can't recall what it is. And now Alex got to feel like he dodged one there.
Yeah, absolutely. Only lost the ball out of that. He blasted them. Ball's going everywhere. Made the ball, and nothing happened favorable.
I think Alex is going to say, heck with this. Let me get him upstairs.
Yeah.
He's going to push this closest
No
ball
more,
away.
No more trick shots.
Nice cue ball. Not a whole lot John's going to do here. I don't think he can really afford to maybe shoot the 15 and try and get up behind the 2. It's too risky. You could miss-hit it. We'll see. He could bank the 7, though, it looks like. That looks pretty free and makeable. Give this one a good effort here, Mark. Don't slow roll it too much like a trapping. I give this one a chance to make. Yeah, you hit it sweet.
Pretty good speed. Look how good he handled the cue ball. This is going to be hard to get rid of, too.
Very difficult. Now, the thing is, John, the 9 does go. Now, he's not going to shoot at it, but he could get into the 3 mildly with the cue ball as well. Now, I think he's just got to maybe don't baby it too much. Let the cue ball come up towards the 4 a little. That way you don't get the double kiss.
Yeah, I'm sure he's glad to get out of it with what he's left here.
Yeah, he's happy that shot's over with.
It's kind of a funny arrangement of the balls. There's 2 groupings out here. Alex would like to leave his grouping kind of intact and get in behind that other grouping.
Well, he's a lot closer. He's, off the rail now on the 15, so coming behind the 2 with the cue ball seems a little bit more reasonable. Can you see all the 2 ball?
And that might have been good patience there by Pagulayan to not try to force an issue from there.
You can see all the 2. He could do a little bit to maybe stun that out of there. The thing is, he wants to 2-rail this 15. He knows if he comes behind the 9, 3, and 14, there's really nothing that goes to Alex's pocket. So if he can lay this down, I mean, Alex is a really just incredible at getting out of situations. But if he can lay this down.
Look at that nice hit he made.
Yeah. And then what he does by that, if he hangs it, Mark, well, now Alex has to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Which gets the cue ball underneath the balls, and John can move balls up the table then, right? So
yeah.
Watch out for the little kiss here off the bottom of this one. Okay, man, he's hitting the ball well. Look at the speed at all times, really nice. And holding the 1 to cut off the 7 there as well. So, picking them apart a little bit. A ball here, a ball there.
Boy.
Nice hit there.
That was very, very productive shot.
Look at the cue ball.
Wow.
The 2-4, what's that look like?
That was a big league shot there. The 4 looks to be just a little bit high in the pocket. I don't think it works.
I don't think the 13.
Looks like he's going to be rail first on the 5 and just try to hit it heavy and kind of push on through down to the end rail with the cue ball.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, thing is, John thinks he can cut this 9 and catch the 3 and slow the cue ball down here and really hold him off on the shot.
Yeah.
He may even produce a hair of a shot on the 3. Now, the one thing is that I see on the lay of the shot if he shoots the 9 is he could get right on the gap and leave him the 5 ball here. Kind of looks like it might catch the 3 and come back a little bit to leave Alex a little gap on the 5. No, he hit it nice and light. And he hit
Good
it
shot.
sweet.
Golly, what a good shot that was.
Yeah, and he's full enough. He could draw back for the 14. If there's any risk, you just follow down for the 5. But I think he's full enough, and he's certainly got the tools to draw back here for the 14. He went in and came to the rail, too. So is he going to get too much angle to get past the side?
Looks like he has to go to the rail before the side and then come on down.
Just a big follow stroke, huh?
Maybe a little bit of inside spin because, you know, you don't want to have to blast this down there. So the spin would give the cue ball a little bit more speed. How do you hit it?
Yeah.
A match ball here.
And a good one.
Tell you what, John has played an unbelievably good match here.
Yeah, really could have whitewashed Alex. He's played that well. Well, there you go, John Gabriel, Tulsa, Oklahoma, takes Alex Pagulayan down. That's his first loss. So Alex will be back for sure, and we'll see more of John Gabriel as well.
Well, this has been an Accu-Stats video production. Any rebroadcast or republication without Accu-Stats express written permission is prohibited. Please join us again, and so long for just a while.